All right, so we will continue our journey with the book NOFRI. I believe everybody has the book. If you do not have the book, just let me know and I will send you a copy. We said every week we're going to go through it together. We're going to read it, understand it, give examples, practice so we can get better. If you can read Arabic, it's in Arabic. If you can read English, it's in English. And of course, it's in Coptic. We stopped at page 21, correct? Does anybody have any questions on what we covered so far? Okay. Did anybody get a chance to start a Coptic vocabulary notebook, as I suggested, where I said just get a notebook and then make it your own dictionary. Write every word you learn and write the meaning beside it in English and Arabic. Did anybody get a chance to start? Carlos started, of course. Why am I not surprised? Okay. Cool. So let's jump right in and we'll start with page, let's say review again page 21, because it will lead nicely into page 22. So we were talking about the definite articles. And definite articles in a nutshell is how you say the in Coptic or al in Arabic. And we said Coptic has masculine and feminine. It has singular and plural. So for masculine, singular, we use P, and we have a list here that we see in front of us that we actually practiced last time. P she, which is the wood. P vert, which is the word or warda. P hot, which is fadda or silver. P veni p, the iron. P kas, the bone. Kas is bone. P romi, the man. P noob, الذهب or gold. And then P fiery, the story, hikayah, right? So that's P. But we said also there is P, but sometimes it changes into eb or F. And it's actually used a lot, especially in the church. So you will see here we say eb shiri. Isos becharisto eb shiri, eb shiri. أو إبقي شارتي إكليسية إبقي إنتاني إبقي the house, right? Or بيت إبقي إب. The word is معناها بيت, house, and then you add eb, becomes the house. Ifri, we say Ifri enteti zike usini, Shams al-Bir, the son of righteousness. Ifri, re, and we said the long one means son. If it's a short e, it means room, if you remember. Said eb uru, uru. So this eb is the, and uru is the word, king. Khain efran, we say this a lot, Khain efran mifiot. F is the, or ran is name. Nuti is God. We say if Nuti the God, literally, but because we say the God, it means God, uppercase. It means God, but uppercase. Because even in English, when we say God uppercase, it's already defined. We don't need to add that. So that's what we covered last time. We're all good? Keep going? Okay, I'll keep going unless somebody has a question, okay? Then if it's P for masculine, it's T for feminine. And we said before there's some sounds associated with masculine, some sounds associated with feminine, some sounds associated with plural. And plural is typically the same for both masculine and feminine. So say the P and the F is usually associated with masculine. The T and the Th is usually associated with feminine. And the N is usually associated with plural. So we said P for masculine, it's T for feminine. And this letter here is actually two letters, of course. This letter is composed of T, Tav, and Yota becomes T, right? So this T here means that. Very famous, of course. We all so used to it when we say T Theotokos, right? T Theotokos. We say that so many times. T Ecclesia, el-Kinisa feminine. The word is Ecclesia, we say T Ecclesia. There. So T Sheri, the girl or the daughter, البنت أو الابنة. T Soni. T Ish Teen. And we said this te, we pronounce it te because it's before it comes the sound sh. So if the theta is preceded by the sound of sh, it becomes te. So T is T. T هوتي الخوف الأوان sorry الوقت T هوتي. Okay, T هوتي. Now, the same like when we say P could become eb or F, T could become et or F. So we will see it in many examples. So Sharon, Mariette, Sharon, Solomon. Go ahead, person Petrus. Person Petrus, question.
هو التي يعني ايه الفرق بين التي والتاف؟ يعني هو احنا بنستخدم التاف في حالات والتي في حالات تانية.
هي التي حرفين مع بعض بس بتعامل معاملة حرف واحد. يعني فور اكزامبل زي كده ايه بس صوت اللي هو بس بسالموس تو دافيد بس ده برضك حرفين مع بعض الب والس. بتيجي ساعات في كلمات نورمال كأي حرف تاني تي زي كلمة هوتي هنا كوتي يطلب أو يبحث عن and so forth بتعامل كحرف عادي. ف both of them are treated like normal letters بس في كلمات بدي في كلمات بدي depending on the root of the word. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. وعلى فكرة لما بنقول كلمة هوتي اللي أنا قلتها دي فوق I didn't want just to give you too much هي معناها season أو time but also means fear أو reverence خوف أو احترام هوتي. We say أشتم فنوتي خن أهوتي نم أستيرتر worship God in fear and trembling. Fear اللي هو هوتي وأشتم فنوتي خن أهوتي أهوتي fear lady same word but it also means time or season. Okay. Now et وأث بيستخدموا as I said. So شيرين إمارات شيرين سولومون نيب أبونا في صلاة الشكر in the prayer of thanksgiving أبونا بيقول إيه نيب أيها السيد الرب الإله O Lord right نيب but feminine is نيب نيب. وما أقول إتفي بتيه هناك معرف شو بي فريتي خين إتفي your will be done في صلاة الشكر أنا say جيبينيوت the Lord's Prayer say فريتي خين إتفي as it is in heaven إتفي. Or we share a name Maria Smav in Emmanuel. Smav the mother in Emmanuel of Emmanuel. So when we see T or et or S, we know that all this means the. But also I mean that I know that the word that comes right after is two things. It's singular and it's feminine. Why is it important to know? Because when we talk about verbs later on, or when we talk about possessive articles, the Mair al-Milkiyah, or things like that, it will be important to know, are we talking about singular, are we talking about plural, masculine, feminine? It sounds complex, but it's actually very straightforward. And because you know lots of hymns, it's going to be very easy for you. Sounds good? Any questions so far? Matthew, is it Mateos, is it going for you or am I going too fast? Matthew, you're there?
It's going good, Uncle. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was gone. It's going good. يعني I فاهم. But my only question is if you're using plural for for example, if you have male and female, would you like which article would you use for that?
That we will cover that next, like page 22 is the plural.
Oh.
The plural is the same for both. It's ni. Here it is. You see it here? Ni.
Oh, so it doesn't matter. Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. If you guys know French, you know in French you have le, you have la, and then you have les, L-E-S, plural. It doesn't matter it's masculine or feminine, it's the same. So in Coptic it's the same. So once it's plural, it's plural. Happy days. No, you don't need to know masculine or feminine. Sounds good?
Okay. Thank you, Uncle. Yeah.
Pasan Petrus.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit confused between it and T. So when we use T and when we use it?
Yes, and it's the same when we talk about P and ep and F. They're usually used interchangeably between the two of them. You will see it in the text. Sometimes it's for emphasis, but in general, what you need to know at this stage is that the two of them like could be interchangeable with one and the other. Later on, we can, when we get into more complex rules, we can explain it some more. But for now, just know that the three could play the same role, and same for T, et, and S.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about. We have Domadius here joining us. Hi, Domadius. Right. So plural. And this book, by the way, this book NOFRI, the good thing about it is it's progressive in grammar. So it doesn't give you all the things that you need to know, like there are lots of nuance, etc. It keeps it enough high level so you can make progress. And then later on, we'll get deeper into some of these things, right? Now, if you want plural, and that's what Matteo was asking us, if you have the masculine, the feminine, how do you make the plural? The plural is very, very simple. You make ni. So you say ni Romi. It was P Romi, if you remember. And it was T Sherry. Back ni Romi, we ni Sherry. They're both the same. Ni Shiri, ni Sony. Ni Firi, ni Ishtin. Can you guys read? Like maybe we'll get I will call on you to read, okay? Marcus? Marcus? Where's Marcus? Okay, take your time, Marcus. Okay, let's do someone else. Andreas, while Marcus is getting ready. Okay, maybe Andreas is getting ready. Okay, you Anis.
Ni Romi.
Ni Romi, thank you. Stefanos.
Nishiri.
Pason Petrus.
Nishiri.
Thank you. Corollos, Pason Corollos.
Nisoni.
Thank you. Bishoy, Pason Bishoy.
Nefiri.
Excellent, Pason Bishoy. أنت you like to tell theories مش كده؟ You like to tell stories صح؟
Yeah.
تحب تحكي حكايات أنا عارف. Okay. Pavli.
Niyashtin.
Nishtin. Very good, very good. Okay. Huh? What? That's Pavli, yes, Pavli Daniel. I have Domadius here is wondering who's on the call. Okay.
What's up?
Edomedius.
Domadius is here. Okay. No, then we get somebody, maybe Domadius, you read this for us.
This has a reference.
No, the Coptic.
Nishiri.
Nishiri or Nenshiri?
Nishiri.
أيوة.
And
Ni,
Nishara.
Fa,
Fa.
Ra, O.
Nifa.
Nenshiri and Teni Farao. And someone was asking me last time, why do we have Jinkim? Like, what does the Jinkim do on top of a vowel? Remember? I think Pastor Petrus was asking. Now it actually helps us to pronounce it separately. So, Nenshiri and Te, Ni, Fa, Ra, O. So, O is a separate syllable. So, what's the story with Nen versus Ni? Does anybody know? Can anybody guess? When do we use Nen?
Probably like
Then it's
of people.
Sorry, again, say again, Andreas.
Probably like a group of people, like probably mixed genders.
Not exactly, but really good attempt. I like the way you're trying to find a way. Thank you.
Uncle, would it be when you're describing something that's plural? Yani two plural things describing each other?
Not exactly. No. One more. Stefano.
us.
Huh? Go ahead, Stefano.
Is it us? Then us or our?
No, there is then, which means our. This is different. So it's when you have something followed by of, when the word is followed by of. So the children of the pharaohs, the children of Israel, right? The sons of the man. So بالعربي بيسموها المضاف إليه. Do you guys know this? And if you know Arabic, Pastor Petrus probably knows this. مضاف إليه. When you're using of after the word, instead of ni, you can use nen. So say, in the first hosting, you say, what do you say? Nenshirem Besarail, the children of Israel. Nenshiri em Besrail. Em is like ente, by the way. We'll cover that later on. So when it's followed by of, you can use nen. Nenshirem Besrail.
Uncle, I'm a little confused. Why do we use nin? Like, what's the point of using nin if there's still inte in like in the word or in the phrase?
We're using nen because of ente. So nen is basically means ni, but because that word is followed by ente, or sometimes it's followed by m or n, it all means of. Because it's followed by the word of, then the ni becomes nen.
Oh, so you can't use ni and inte at the same time. Like ni shiri
Oh,
and
you can actually sometimes use it. Like we say, for example, in Tensino, say, Tensino shoy ni shirin tepi o oini, ni shirin tepi o oini. So you can. So sometimes when the word is followed by inte, we change the ni into nen, but not always. So there's many examples where you say use inte, but the article remains ni. Ni shirin tepi o oini. And then we say, Nenshirem Besrail. Grammatically, it means a noun of noun, right? That's kind of the grammar. A noun of noun, plural noun of something else. Sometimes we can use ni or we can use nen. That's basically what it is. So if you see nen followed by a word, a noun, and then inte, know that, or m or n, which we will cover later on, m and n, they all mean of. This means that the nen here means that, plural.
Okay, thank you, Uncle.
And we'll see more examples. I just want you to know it now, so when we come across it, you're not surprised. You're with me? Is this confusing? Did I manage to confuse you or not yet? Carlos, are you with me?
I am with you, Sharif. The only thing is, when we say nen, we're using here a form of sons of pharaohs, and I assume the girls will be nensheri, not nenshiri. And I was just wondering if there is a replacement word, but that's more of a vocabulary thinking for both children, masculine and feminine. That's the only confusing part. Because it's easy to look at this nenshiri versus nensheri.
Yeah, you can do that, but yes, absolutely right. The other thing to bear in mind is usually if it's a mixed gender, typically it goes male. Same like when we talk about mankind in English, right? Like even think about English. When we say mankind, it doesn't only mean men, it means men and women, right? But what we go with the masculine side. For men, we say men, right? Or sometimes when they say man, in some cases in English, and it means man and women, it means mankind, like people, right? Same thing here is if it's mixed, they usually go with masculine. So when when they say Ninshirim Bisrael, you can the literal translation could be the sons of Israel, but we know it's actually the children of Israel, so it's masculine and feminine, right? Ni shiri intepi oini, the children of light, or the sons of light. It doesn't mean only boys, or men only. It also means women, right? But it's generalized. When you generalize, you go with the masculine form, similar to English and Arabic and many other languages.
All right, so it's treated like also saying ni romi, or when God loves man, my romi, that also means all mankind.
Exactly. Okay. Anyone has any other question? Bishoy, are you with me or did I lose you, Bishoy? Bishoy? No?
My bad, I'm here.
You're with
I'm
me?
with you. You're just going just a little bit too fast.
Okay, thank you for telling me. That's important to know. I will slow down, but you're with me so far.
So far, yeah.
Okay, all right. Anybody else has any comments before we get into indefinite articles? And we will take our time here. We're not going to rush. Okay, and I think we covered this before, but we'll review it. So, in Coptic, every word, noun, not verb, of course, every noun has to get an article before it. It could be definite article, which is the, or it could be indefinite article, means a. What's definite and indefinite? We'll review it again just to know, like in English, and forget about Coptic. Definite when I say, I read the book. The person I'm talking with, he or she, they know which book I'm talking about. So maybe the teacher told us to read a certain book, right? Let's say we have to read Hamlet by Shakespeare. So I meet my friend, I said, hey, I read the book. Okay, he knows what I'm talking about. Versus I say, oh, what did you read when you were on vacation? Oh, I read a book. Could be any book, right? So that means it's something very specific that we know what we're referring to. Is generic, it could be any book, any person, etc. So that's how we use in English, right? So far we're talking about English, we're not talking about Coptic. So in Coptic, the we use u to reflect a. So u here, this one here, okay? That's why you hear of this u a lot. Now in English, we say a boy, a book, a laptop, a church, a car, a bus, but there's certain words we do not use a. For example, glory. You don't say a glory. Honor, you don't say an honor. Well, sometimes you see, but in general you don't. Truth, you don't say a truth, and so forth. So certain words in English, it doesn't take a. However, in Coptic, everything takes a if it's singular and not definite. Everything takes whether da or a. So everything singular will take a. So Abuna, beginning of the liturgy, says after the offering in Arabic, Abuna says Magdan wa ikraman, ikraman wa magdan للثالوث القدوس, or in Coptic or in English, Abuna says glory and honor and glory. There's no articles. You come to Coptic, you hear Abuna saying u, name u tayo. U is glory, but Abuna adds u before it because add glory. So u, name u, which is a, tayo, which is honor, right? So we always use a. Good so far? Okay, be sure you're with me.
Yeah, I got that.
So the word, if it's singular, it will have to take the, which could be masculine or feminine, or if it's indefinite, we're not referring to anything specific, any or of its kind, would be a. Now, here it gets more interesting. In English, there is no plural for a. So I say, yeah, when I was on vacation, I read a book. Well, what if it's more than one book? Oh, when I was on vacation, I read books. Or you say, I read some books. So the plural in English, we don't actually mention a. There's no plural for a. Or sometimes we use some or a few. Oh, I read some books, or I read a few books. But books itself, there's no article. In Coptic, the u has a plural word. What's a plural article? Sorry, it's han. Han is a plural of u. So, and we hear this a lot, by the way. I'm sure you're very familiar with Han more than you realize. Han khil shirinem, Han parthen, usalleloya, Han khilloy.
We say it also in distribution in many variations of melody. I think when we say ismo erov chen han kem.
Exactly. So many, right? So we always say like Han. It's very common. You hear Han, right? So plural, if you think about it, plural would be ni if it's definite article, that. If it's not definite article, it will be Han. Make sense? So Here's what it says. It's the indefinite article for nouns in the plural, has no equivalent in English except when it means some. Now, so we say, let's actually read. Okay, Marcus, can you read now or not yet?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it, Marcus.
هو she,
U and
U.
yeah, Sherry.
share.
The good thing now I know, because this U in the beginning of the word is a separate syllable. Why? Because it's an article, right? Added to the word. So I know it's not part of the word. So I say U, and then I read out what comes after. Same for P, T, Ni, Han. I know it's separate. That's why grammar helps pronunciation. Okay, Marcus, can you read this again for us?
هو الله.
U'alu. Very good. U'alu. Very good. Okay, Mateus. Han Sheri. Very good. Han Sheri. Okay, Dumadius.
Han Fnuti.
لا في النوتي. Han Alo
Han Alo.
Owi.
Oh.
Alo Owi.
Han Alo. Oh.
Han Alo Owi. Got it? Okay, somebody's leaving a message in the. I can hardly hear you, Mateus, by the way. It's not very clear. Okay, Han Alo Owi. All right? So Han, let me read it again. U Sheri, Han Sheri. U Alu, Han Alu Owi. Well, hold it for a second. What happened here? When we say U Alu, why isn't it Han Alu? Like, did you guys notice this? So Han Sheri, U Sheri became Han Sheri. And even down here, U Romi became Han Romi. Oh, what happened was Alu? U Alu became Han Alu Owi. Why is this different? Yes, this is different because we have something called irregular plurals sometimes. And this is normal in any language. For example, if I say Bishoy, you can answer me, please, okay? If I say boy, what's the plural of boy, Bishoy?
Boys,
Girl,
girls,
table,
tables,
car,
cars,
pen,
pens,
man.
men.
Oh, what happened here?
You changed the
You
A to the
paused,
E.
right? You paused for a second, you know, right? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Because we are so used to patterns. So you're going to say mans, and this hold it for a second, that's wrong. It's men. This is what we call irregular plural in English grammar. It means it's not a normal plural. And in Coptic, we have a few of them. Not a lot, and you're going to learn them over time. Like we say, nifi owi, itfe is heaven, itfe sama, or sky. But the plural is nifi owi, je pinyotet chen nifi owi, right? Same alu, alu owi. And there's a few irregular plurals like that. You will learn them as you go along, but it's not really a big deal, and it's not as hard as it is in other languages. Got it? So Uromi becomes Hanromi. So far is good. Let me just check with everyone. Are you all good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's get to this number 5 here. What does this mean? Pi, tai, nai. Pi, tai, nai. Pi, this. Pi, this. Feminine, and nai is this. Now, when we say, remember when we said that the peh is associated with masculine? Remember when I said that? And the teh is associated with feminine, and the nah is associated with plural? If you remember this simple thing, it will make your life much easier. So when I will refer, like I won't say this or this, all I'm changing is the first letter. So pi comes from P, this. Tai comes from T, this. And nai, this. Right? So, of course, if you're gonna use it in English, if you say this boy, you never say this, the boy, correct? So if you're going to use this, or even that, you actually no longer need to say that. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
So that's what happens in Coptic. So P Romi, the man. But if I would say this man, I can say pi P Romi. No, it's because it's implicit when I say this, it's definite because I'm referring to something specific. So logically, if you think about it, لما احنا بنقول هذا ده معناه انه كده معرف يعني is definite, right? So I don't need to use a definite article. So P Romi becomes pi Romi, this man. السؤال هنا ممكن we can ask this question. Who is this man? Nim, who, P is pi, this, Romi. Nim P pi Romi. Who's this man? Nim P pi Romi. أو لما ناخد T Sherry, the girl, becomes Tai Sherry. Tai Sherry. You know Tai Sherry? What do you guys remember? The very famous hymn was Tai. Which one? Very famous. There's kind of more than one.
Both of them are immediately resembling T Shori and Tai Shori.
Tai Shuri, what else? Yes, exactly. So T Shuri, this, the sensor, and then Tai Shuri, right? And you know, one is the explanation of the other, those two hymns. One hymn is explaining the other, actually. Tishuri, this is the first one, and then Tai Shuri is the explanation of Tishuri. So also we say Atai Parthenus, right? Remember Atai Parthenus? Chiotai, we say this in the glorification for St. Mary. So Tai, here's Tai. So when you say Nimte, oh, now is different. So when we said is for singular masculine, it was pe, because that's a sound for singular masculine, if you remember. If I want to say is for feminine, I would say te. So nimte taisheri, nimte taisheri. Who is this girl, right? Min al-bint di. Min al-bint di. Bishoy, am I going too quick?
Just a little bit, but some understanding.
Good. Bavli, are you following?
Yeah.
Okay. You Anis, I haven't heard from you Khalis today, Anis. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are
No problem.
you gonna be ready to teach this soon?
Maybe.
I'm counting on you. And Mateus, how's it going?
It's going good, yeah. I'm getting some.
The quality of the sound is not great, Mateus.
I'll try to switch the mic 1 second.
Okay. All right. So let's do the plural because I'm conscious of your time, guys. Like we'll probably do page. Yeah, we'll do this 2 pages and we'll stop. Okay, we'll start at page 25. If that's okay with you. It's all practice after that. Now, so we said nimpe pyromi, nimte taisheri. Now we aliowi. So we say ni aliowi, the boys. Ni aliowi becomes nai aliowi. So then I say nimne. Notice here it becomes ne. Nimne nai aliowi. Who are those boys? Or these boys? Nimne nai aliowi. Min الولاد دول. So Niromi becomes Nairomi. So can I call on you guys to read? So let's get me Krolos. Can you read this one?
Nimne Nairomi.
Okay, Pasan Petrus.
Nim P pi Sini.
Sini, very good. Pasan Stefanos. Okay, Pasan Pavli.
Nimte taisini.
Oh, so Sini is the same word, but I know it's masculine or feminine from the article behind it, before it, right? See now? Sini is the same word, but I know. Okay, let's get Pasan Mateos all the way from Florida. He's fixing his computer. Okay, Stefanos. Stefanos. Stefanos, where are you? Okay, Ioannis. Go for it, Ioannis. What's this one?
Nimne Naisini.
Excellent. Ioannis, excellent. Your pronunciation is super. All right. So we're good. Let's actually take some practice. So the rest is just practice. Okay, I'm going to call in you and you read. Sounds good? Okay, now, Marcus.
Piscini.
Carolus.
Cup.
Pasan Petrus.
Re.
Very good. So he's actually saying in Arabic what it, like the examples, it's not written in English, but Piscini, we say it in the liturgy of the sick. Kab is a string, we say it in the Atai Parthenus. Re, and we say it also in Tawziyah. Re is the son, it's Keosini. Okay, let's get Mateus, can you now speak up or not yet?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, go for it.
Estoy NOFRI.
Estoy Nufi. Very good, Nufi. Estoy Nufi. We have Sunny just joined us. Hey, Sunny, welcome to the class. We're so happy you joined us. And we're recording this, so whatever you missed, you can actually follow up. Okay, let's get Anadrias. What's this one?
Noob.
Noob. Excellent. Your pronunciation is perfect. Let's get Kyrillos to read this for us.
Pino, Nempi, Hat, Nempi, Oni, Emmi.
Who can chant it for us? Quickly. Rub your hand if you can chant it for us. Come on, with a tune. Come on, anybody? Huh? Bavli. Stefanos, somebody. Do you want me to say it? Or can you say it? You know what hymns this is in? Mateo, remember?
I shori noben.
Yes, but Pinob Nembihat, yes, this is Rist Aishori, absolutely. But Pinob Nembihat, when do we say this? It says
And Theotokeias, right?
so Tokeyas.
Sunday Theotokeia.
Sunday Theotokeia. Can you say it for us with the tune?
I'm not sure which one it is, but gold and silver, precious, purple and scarlet. It's that one, but I'm not sure where it is. Oh,
It's Sunday Theotokeia. Pinob Nembihat, Nembioni, Nembi, Shen said Sati, Can say no. Of some, Kivotos, Pranchana, holy, right?
Oh, it's in the second one, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So this is the Sunday Theotokeia. Okay. Pastor Petrus, he chanted for us Taishuri and Noob. Thank you so much. You did a very good job and your voice is very nice. Okay, Bishoy. This one here, Bishoy. Say this one. Hoti. Hoti. We say Ooshte mefnuti chenu hoti. Nem oes. Ter. Worship God in fear and trembling. Okay. Let's go with Stefanos. Are you there? No? Let's go with Marcus.
Oti.
No, the one after. Marcus, the one after. Pharaoh. Very good, Pharaoh. Okay, excellent. Pavli.
It's Soninte Aaron.
It's Sorinte Aaron. Do you know when we say this?
It's in the first host.
Yes, where in the first host?
In the Lupsh.
In the Lopsh. And how do we say it? Actually,
It's
no, it's not in the Lopsh. It's not.
It's not.
It's at the end of the first canticle.
It's
Yeah.
at the end of the first host.
Yeah.
Mariam. It's son in Aaronim Bekim Kim and Nisjiga was Samini, right?
Yeah.
Then Miriam, the sister of Aaron, took the timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrel and with praises, right? This one. Okay. Let's go for Pastor Kyrillos. This one here. Emmon A.
Emmun Folk.
Well, and then?
Emmun Neeb.
Yes. Iron novi بشويس اساس كوني evol جمون volcanat iron novi جمون choice not go evol, right? Choice or need. Very good.
One question, again, it's just I like to focus on vocabulary. M1 voc, but just vocabulary. Can we say M1 mhal?
M1 what?
Mhal, or it's like another word for slave. It's just I'm not used to this voc, but okay.
Oh, voc is very common. voc is very common actually. voc بنقولها في ختام التسبيحة. أنا خانق voc. we say it a lot voc. You will see it a lot. And we say بنقولها في الصوم الكبير great land. جامون voken ater novi. Go ahead, Pastor Petrus.
M1 voc, yeah.
Go ahead, Pastor Petrus. عندك سؤال؟
For Coptic reader, they translate voc to another word, not to slave.
Servant مش كده؟
Servant, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, ما هو it can be servant, it can be slave, both. بس هي more يعني هو مش servant يعني ايه؟ أصل ساعات sometimes when we say servant is like I am choosing to go and be a servant, right? But voc here has more meaning than that. Is like this is my state, like what I am. This is who I am. I am your servant. Versus I come to serve, and therefore now today I'm your servant. Tomorrow I'm not. Right? Same like Saint Mary when she said, I'm the servant of the Lord, or the maid servant of the Lord. She's saying that's her whole state. She's always a maiden servant of the Lord, not just versus in modern day when you say, yeah, I'm going to come and serve, therefore I'm a servant. You know what I mean? Or someone serving in Sunday school, I'm a servant. No, this actually has meaning, this is who I am. I am your servant. And so more like a slave. That's kind of the nuance. Okay. Let's get Bishoy. Come on, Bishoy. It, no,
or
it, and then Sheri,
Shiri, N,
Joachim. Okay, Sheri and Joachim. Very good, very good. And then let's go with Mateus. Uru, and then becomes Uru, right?
Yeah.
Eburu, right? And then Carolus.
Alowi.
Alo-owi, right? Alo-owi. Okay, very good. Then Nim is here. Nim means who? It would say Nimbus nai saj emeptayon tiskin etamoitis samios hegenepto insina. We say this in the Sunday Theotokea, right? He has written it here. The author wrote it here in English. I don't usually like that, but because people are still learning, Nimbus nai saj emeptayon tiskini, and so forth. Marcus, can you read this for us? No, this one here. Look, I'm pointing. Tivaki. Thank you, Marcus. Okay. Bishoy. Bishoy.
What's the second letter? My bad. I forgot.
The first one is a long O, and the second one is the second and third together is U.
U.
So O, the first one is long O, and then U. O. So O, U. Say it. O, U. Perfect. And then becomes U. O, U. Or we say P, O, U. That's why I say Sok Tati Gom Nem P, O, U, Nem P. Right? That's what we say in Sok Tati Gom. O, U. Okay. Andreas. This one here.
P-O-U fa بالنوتي B.
P-O-O fa pennuti be. Right? P-O-O fa pennuti be. Very good. Last one. Dumadius.
Soak
Soak.
Tetigom MPO.
Soak Tetigom MPO. Okay, and this is page 25. So we'll stop here. I will share the recording with you. We're just right on time. I hope this was useful. Do you have any questions before we pray?
God bless your service.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I need prayer. So let's pray. هنفران في نفشينا ما سبنا تميندك سبت ريك أيو كأجب نماتك إنك أيك السوس ينصرين نامين أو بن شوي سوس بخريستوس نشبه موت نتوتكس بهم نفين فكتنان فونا من سيو نفين تنتيه إيروك بالنيب أريويني إن بنوس ننهيت إسرن إيمي اسمه بكران السوا بن سيو نفين وهنتن تشي إزفو إنيفو هيم dem tias ben lassen dem kimi inter de ecclesia soab or ben evangelos esro are her gen beknati shaivol evoliten represented agem moren bi soab tiro entak wa khail ben archangelos salvesis inti anastasis nem khol serfentin soab entak karaten mebsha fine in jegib showan gus khan ushbehem و jepiniot our father who art in heaven هناك مرف شوب يفتح فينا جنب بكاهي ونوي كنت راسي فنانا فوق وكان يترنا نيفون مفتي هون تكوي ونيتان تنا برانتن خو برسم صلى همين فلاتهم بخريستوس بن شوي سكتتي متورون تكون بيوشا إني آمين. Thank you so much, Arigo Mefi, and I will see you next week, God willing.